everybody, I'm here in Glasgow today and I'm at Ibrox because of the World Cup's on. I'm going to do football stadium tours. This week is going to be Ibrox Stadium and eventually I'll do Hampden Stadium and then I'll move on to Celtic Park and do that stadium tour. So come with me and I'll show you around a bit Ibrox football stadium. There it's there. So a lot of people got their names and tiles and it's all up the wall. You can buy a brick and put your name on the brick. Disabled access. One and only Walter Smith. So I'm inside the museum and I'll show you around.
And he's working around the area looking for something suitable. He identified what was described in the minute books as land at Ibrox.
Thank you so much.
He installed that character in the team. There will never be.
Ericsson has changed the whole tapestry, not just a Rangers Football Cup, but Scottish football. He stormed through Scottish football just the way he stormed through midfield, whereas full-blooded tackles.
People wanted to start to go into this. I wanted to start to go into this. And everybody else, came on board because it was Rangers, but because it was going into this.
That impact turned the mindset around the club. Trophies began to arrive pretty quickly.
Graham Souness and Walter Smith, two entirely different characters, two entirely different personalities. Walter used to go and scout he's 42. In fact, I think most they're 40. So he was well versed. He went on trying after trying to do that as well. Trying to go to the road from places.
Don't interrupt you filming.
That's okay.
As the sun goes round, the RFC goes round the entrance. That was all specially designed by the architect. His name is Archibald, which we'll talk more about him as we go round on the tour. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the press room. Sandy Jardine who came up with the idea. So just to put things into perspective for you, Rangers became a club in 1872. Since then, over 11,000 young men have signed for the team. But on our Hall of Fame board, you only have 100 names so far. So to go onto the Hall of Fame, you have to have won major honours for the club. You get nominated and then you get voted on. Now, we only have the old lights here. There's no spotlight. So you might need to move around to read the names, okay? So just feel free to do that. So if we start here, the first 4 names are the 4 young boys who started this club. We have a song, 4 Lads Had a Dream, and it's 4 boys, 2 brothers, Moses and Peter McNeill, and their 2 friends, William Macbeth and Peter Campbell. These boys came to Glasgow from a town called Rue and a town called Callander, and they're in the Argyll area of Glasgow, Scotland, and they came looking for work. So they were between the ages of 15 and 17. They liked sport, they joined a cricket club and they joined a rowing club. And one day they were rowing on the River Clyde at the rowing club, and they could see people kicking a ball and playing a new sport, so they were captivated by it. So they spoke about it for about a week. Then they were walking through the park beside the art galleries we call Kelvin Grove Park now, and they turned to each other and they said, let's start a football team. That was it. That's how simple it was. So we have a song, 4 Lads Had a Dream, and we say they had no money, no kit, not even a ball, and that's exactly what happened. So the first game, they called themselves Western. They didn't know what to call themselves. Then they decided on Argyll, because they came from the Argyll area of Scotland. But then they were looking through a book on rugby, and they read the name Swindon Rangers, and they thought, oh, that sounds good, and they changed the name to Rangers, so we've been Rangers ever since. So the first 4 names are the 4 boys, and in the painting there on the corner, that shows you the 4 boys, and the one holding a trophy was Peter McNeill. He was the first captain, but he was quickly replaced by this man. This is Tom Valance. He was our second captain, and he's name number 5 on the list. He was with Rangers for 7 years. The first wooden stand that we had approximately where the shop is today.
That's the 4 guys that did started Rangers football team.
So no one has been active. I meant to say to you earlier again.
You're looking at this stuff here, is that alright?
There's the trophy room.
Fine here.
I would allow pictures, guys, but they're on a short time.
Right, done.
You're allowed to take pictures of them, I just can't do it. It's about photos, alright? Sorry. Do you want to the Roxy there? players weren't happy, and he put the cabinets in. So we've got things from all over the world here, lots of pennants and lots of memorabilia. But the wall at the back, these are all our championship flags, and there's actually 62, but we're only allowed to count 55. We're not allowed to count the ones won during the war. But we've got a gold flag. Alex Patrice was our first manager to get 50, so that's this flag here. And it's got the 5 stars for each 10 championships. And then this one at the end is Steven Gerrard's flag for 55. So Derek McInnes, hopefully 56, will go there. We have a bicycle from Saint Etienne. They gave us this in 1975. And this is a replica bike that won the Tour de France that year. But there's no air in the tyres due to Paul Gascoigne. And that's because Ali McCoy's told him that the players in the league table to see who could cycle that the fastest around the pitch. Gazza was caught twice bumping it down the marble stairs and bumped all the way at the time. In this cabinet, this is the actual shirt worn in Barcelona in 1972. And that's a third size replica of the trophy. But in here we've got some things from different European clubs. Spurs gave us the Corporal, Barcelona, Liverpool. That was when you beat 7-1.
Yeah, I like that.
But Arfield scored for Rangers. Arsenal gave us that, actually Real Madrid, Feyenoord. Look what Napoli gave us, a tiny plastic Diego Maradona. There he is. I can't say the name, it begins with H, I don't know. As a guy in the Tour de France. The rope at the back, Midtjylland in Denmark, and the soldier, Bondi in Denmark. The fisheye picture. Okay, then you're going to walk along here, you see all the legends. And they think the Davy Cooper top is going to be the new kit, the new home kit, something like that. There's Paul Gascoigne. There's Mark Haitley, who's totally bald now. George Alberts.
We all worry about that.
George Alberts from Germany, smoked 40 cigarettes a day as well. Obviously they were filming in here. And they've not put the shirts back. Sorry, I'll just hang them back up. Sorry, yeah, just stick some shirts up anywhere that have a big goalie. They don't like anything to do with written. Even their email address, when the internet first started, all the clubs had .co.
I might get copyrighted for this, but it's worth it. We're going down the tunnel now. We're walking down the tunnel.
Right, they've retracted the tunnel because they've obviously been painted. Is it raining?
Typical Scotland.
This is where we see the water.
Have a seat on these seats if you're allowed to. Undercover, so it keeps the rain off. Apparently you get headsets. Hi, it's awesome. I think the tour's nearly over. It's been a really good tour. We came in at 1 o'clock and it's now I think 2:30 I think. So it's nearly finished. The tour is absolutely fantastic. I paid £29 for it. You've got access into the museum as well.
So that's where the little mini studio is when there's a game on.
Okay. So I was saying that the tour's finished now. We're going back up the tunnel. The whole stadium is absolutely fantastic. You've got lifts if you want to do the tour, if you've got a mobility problem like myself. They've got lifts and a small amount of stairs. So, but come and do the Ibrox tour, it's amazing. Going back up the tunnel again. So that was a tour of Ibrox. I done it because there's like the World Cup's on. And I couldn't get to go to Hampden today because there's no tours on. But next week I think the tour's opening back up, so I will do a tour of Hampden, like this National Stadium. for Scotland, and I'll post that once I do that tour. So let's go back into the shop, the museum. James Tavernier. So 1899 Ibrox opened its doors. Although it's the world's largest purpose-built football venue, it also plays host to so much more. In 1904, as part of Rangers Sports, which ran from 1881 to 1962, long-distance runner Alfred Shrub breaks 7 world records in 1 hour during 10-mile race. Let's see what else. Bill Struth becomes manager in 1920 and brings fresh inputs to the annual Rangers Sports, putting the club at forefront of athletics development in Scotland. Winston Churchill came here in 1949. He holds a political rally at Ibrox, which held him to regain his position as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. In 1990s, rock comes to Ibrox as Bon Jovi, Bryan Adams, Billy Joel and Elton John all light up Ibrox iconic stadium. There's Harry Styles in 2022. Everywhere, anywhere, we will follow on. Every other Saturday is my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. You will always hear us rolling from the stadium at Ibrox Park. We are the people. It's also a museum trail that you can do and get a wee stamp. And that's the building that we're in at the moment, is Edmonton House. There's a restaurant here that you can go and have a meal. You can do the Ultimate Rangers quiz. Let's see what happens. Photo time, I think. Pose for the players. So that was the tour of Ibrox. Again, I did this because it's the World Cup. I couldn't get into Hampden Park, but I'll try next week to get into Hampden Park and do the tour of the Scotland National Stadium. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Ibrox. It's definitely worth to come and do a tour. So enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Enjoy your day. The Science Centre and the Hydro and Exhibition Centre. There's the pitch. It's nice in here.